Today is the day. We are winter sowing our jugs. I am so excited. So I have some milk jugs that I have saved for the past few weeks. And then I have some soil here that I'm gonna get wet. And then we're gonna plant some. Okay, so we're gonna squish it together. And getting there. I can tell some spots are nice. Like this is what I want for the whole thing. Like squeeze it and then it stays together pretty good. But then there's some areas that are still pretty dry. So I'm still trying to mix this around. So we're gonna move the soil out of the way for a minute and we're gonna get our jugs ready. So this is just a normal milk jug. You could use water jug if you want. You could use 2-liter bottles. There's a lot of different things. So you wanna, first off, you wanna poke drainage holes. Why is that so hard to do? It's not usually this hard to do this. I just want to poke some drainage holes in the bottom of your jug. And then, I usually do 4. Take it and we're going to cut it around, leaving the handle intact. So, I'm going to start here. Flap open. So we've created kind of a little greenhouse here. And we're going to do a little bit more on either side so it opens nicely. And then we're going to push that in since it caved in us. And then all you do, it's super easy. So you pick out the seeds you want to plant. One of mine that I'm trying this year that I've never tried before is strawberries in here. So I would like to see if I could grow some strawberry plants from seed. And these seeds are a little bit old, so I'm gonna plant the whole packet and we'll see. You can plant old seeds, but sometimes the germination isn't as great. So I'm just gonna use them all. I've got my seeds there and ready. And then I'm gonna fill this up with my soil, my pre-moistened soil. I'm gonna pat it down so it's not too, so it doesn't have air pockets and stuff in it. It's not too loose. And I'm using just regular potting soil for this because seed starting mix is sterile. So there's no nutrients or anything in it. So you don't really want to use that because the seeds are gonna be in here from now until when I plant them out in my case in pots that you could put in your garden or whatever. They're not gonna go from this and then they're not gonna get up potted like you would if you're starting seeds in a seed tray with seed starting mix. So I've got these seeds here and they are super itty bitty tiny. I mean, they're strawberry seeds. So, you know, you've seen them on your strawberries before, I'm sure. Itty bitty. And I am just going to sprinkle them all over and I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm gonna just sprinkle them all over the top of the soil. And that wasn't a ton, and there's just a few left in the packet, so I'm just gonna sprinkle the rest on here and we'll see what happens. The packet says that they like light to germinate and sow shallowly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of dirt on top, soil, excuse me, and then pat it in. And we're just gonna call that good. I'm gonna put my marker in here, strawberries, and then I'm also going to mark that on the outside. And now we don't wanna set this, you know, we don't wanna leave this just like this. We need it to create a greenhouse environment, so we need it to be closed up. I have a little bump there, okay. So we're gonna tape this, mark it on the outside, and then we'll set it outside. Okay, so I have my duct tape here, and I'm going to start at this end. And it's easier if you get a little bit of length to start with. You can use duct tape or packing tape, whatever kind of tape you prefer. You just want something that's gonna stay on there because the goal is to have this stay on here for a few months until it's warm enough for these to be planted out, and then you take the tape off. So packing tape doesn't always last that great masking tape either, but duct tape is pretty good. And we have this fun teal color. I don't know why we have this color, but it's what's in there. Okay, so it's all sealed up. And if you notice, I don't have the lid on because I want moisture to be able to get inside the top. So we're gonna mark it strawberry. And I will put I'm not gonna worry about I'm not gonna put the variety on there because I have that on the packet and I can look that up later. So there we are, one down. And then once I'm finished with all of these, I'll show you where I put them outside. Here is where they ended up. I did strawberry, German chamomile, petunias, larkspur, ground cherries, and lavender. The ground cherries and the larkspur are sharing a jug. So I wanted to show you, you want to put them somewhere where they'll get full access to the sky, so they'll get moisture when it comes down. And you don't want to put them underneath, like underneath a gutter or an overhang, again, for the moisture reasons. So they should get a good amount of sunlight here. The sun comes over and I've been watching it, and it's on this side the longest. This gets shaded latest. So this should be a good spot. So we'll see how this goes.